everyone, here's the welcome screen for our farm game. Players can create a new game here or exit the game. Clicking the new game button leads to the login screen. Here players can enter their name, select the difficulty, starting seed, and their starting season. We'll be logging in as an admin so we can show the functionality of our game with ease and have unlimited money.
As shown below, the player starts off with 12 plots and can purchase 4 additional ones. As they purchase more plots, the next one's prices increase. Note that watering, planting, and harvesting can only be done on plots that have been purchased. As shown, we are trying to plant on a plot that has not been bought yet and it does not work. This is the same with watering. As you can see, the progress level increases on plots that have been purchased but does not on the unpurchased plots. Now the player is purchasing all the plots for a total of 16. As shown here on the market screen, there are several items and upgrades for sale, like carrot seeds, cabbage seeds, onion seeds, pesticides, and fertilizers. You can also hire a worker or get upgrades such as irrigation or even purchasing a tractor.
The bottom left section of the market inventory screen shows you the player's current inventory. If you hover over an item in the inventory, the tooltip appears, which shows you the name of the current item, the quantity, and if it's sellable. For example, in this case, the seeds are not sellable because we don't allow sale of seeds in our game. But if you were to grow the seeds into a mature crop, you would be able to sell the crop, because that is what we allow to be sold.
First, I will spread fertilizer to the second row of crops. As you can see, the fertilizer level changes when I hover over the corresponding crops. So currently the second row is 2 out of 5, so I will make sure all of them get to 3 out of 5. I will now apply pesticides to this carrot to show that they don't stack. Fertilizer randomly increases the growth of the crop by an extra amount. Along with this, it gives the crop a 60% chance to double the yield and a 15% chance to triple the yield when harvesting. Fertilizer level has a 20% chance to decrease after each day due to it being expensive. As you can see, the first row is progressing a lot slower than the second row due to the second row having fertilized soil in comparison to the first row. The second row is ready to be harvested, while as the first row, you cannot harvest it yet. As I go to my inventory screen, keep track of the separated carrots. This is to differentiate between carrots or other crops that have pesticides versus crops that don't.
As shown below, when we water, we see a tooltip which gives some information about each seed. We added in watering sounds as our bonus, and we can see that each time we press the water, it increases our progress. However, after a certain amount of times, you hit a watering maximum. This is when the player can go to the market and purchase an upgrade for sale, known as irrigation. If they have the money and they purchase irrigation, then they do not have a maximum cap for the day when it comes to watering.
As you can see, we hit a random event where rain fell last night and overwatered our crops by too much. And one of them died. It looks like our crops are nearing maturity. Now, that means that we have to harvest them soon, but why do the heavy work ourselves if we can purchase a worker? So let's head over to market, buy a worker, and this worker actually has an upkeep of 5 gold per day. But what they can do is they can automatically harvest crops that are ready to be harvested and sell them. So, this does a lot of your work for you. So let's proceed to the next day and see how much money we make. Wow. So as you can see, our gold just jumped up, and the worker also ignored this particular carrot sprout that wasn't ready to be harvested. So let's continue on, and you can see the worker does have an upkeep of 5 per day. And you can see they automatically harvest it. Fantastic.
To win the game, the player must fully expand the farm and purchase all of the upgrades. The player loses the game when they are out of money, have no more crops, and have no seeds in their inventory.